First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody for the birthday wishes yesterday. That means a lot, and I had an absolute blast with my family, and been recovering all day. So I knew I wasn't going to get any, like, a long spoiler discussion or deep dive video out, so I figured I'll watch some newer releases earlier today and throughout the day, and then just do short little reviews on them. Now, Natty Knocks from this year. This has Danielle Harris, which, Joe, I know you fucking adore her, so she's here. Bill Moseley, who's fantastic in everything. And we have Robert Englund, and these are not main characters except for Bill Moseley. Like, he plays the killer here. Now, without going into much spoilers, it's fun. It's a fun movie. Now, this is directed by the same guy who directed Halloween 4, Dwight H. Little. So, one thing I always praise about Halloween 4 is the atmosphere and how it feels very Halloween-esque, like the holiday. And it's the same thing here. It feels like this takes place, which it does, on Halloween. So there is this legend in this town about this woman, Natty Knox, who was in a bunch of B horror movies back in the day, and she opened up pretty much like a single woman brothel in her house and just became a whore and was fucking all the husbands in town. Not making this up, seriously. When I said it out loud just now, like, it sounds nuts, but that's literally what happens here. And the wives think that she's like a witch, like a hippie witch, like that was in all these horror movies, and they end up taking her outside to this barn and burning her to death. And then she had a child who was assumably dead and sent to a mental institution. We have Danielle Harris's character is playing a mother in this, which somebody on Twitter earlier said something that I agree with. It makes me feel fucking old, man. I remember seeing her when I was around her age in Halloween 4 and 5. Seeing her now playing like a mom, it makes me feel fucking old. Danielle Harris's character is going through a divorce with her husband, and her kids are the main characters here, and the main kid's friend. And they end up witnessing Bill Moseley's character kill somebody, and then this girl's missing. And they try to solve the whole mystery of who this person is living in this house and why he's killing people. That's as vague as I can be, and that even threw some spoilers in there, but nothing big. This isn't a slasher film. I mean, there's a few kills, but there's a supernatural aspect to this movie also. Danielle Harris does fine. Like, she's not in it enough. She's in it 20, 30 minutes at the most, but she doesn't have like a big character or anything like that. Like, she doesn't really do anything in this movie, but for what she does and the dialogue she gives, she's fine. Bill Moseley kills it. Like, as always, him playing this psychotic person, but in a different way. It's not like Otis from, like, House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects. And it's not over-the-top insanity like Chop Top. Like, it's a different type of crazy. And Moseley just did brilliantly, as usual. And Robert Englund, picture this like his cameo in Urban Legend. That's like the best thing I can like compare it to. He's in it very briefly, just to give a little bit of exposition, and then that's basically it. Something else happens and done. So he shouldn't even have top billing in this movie because he's only in it for like 10 minutes. Now, if all that sounds like well and good, it is. It's a fun movie. It's just not memorable, like, at all. Like, as soon as this movie ended, I said, okay, that was cool, but I'd never watch it again. And I wouldn't be sad if it disappeared or anything like that. Also, thank God that they got Bill Moseley. I mean, and Danielle Harris and Robert Englund to, get that big name cast there. But if they didn't have Bill Moseley here, this would drop even more so. So, I mean, Moseley definitely carries this film. the lead actress too, who plays the babysitter of Danielle Harris's kids. She does a good job too, a very good job. But yeah, if Moseley wasn't in this and the others, that just adds something to a pretty basic and yeah, like generic, not too memorable story here. Like the directing's great, the atmosphere feels great. Like I said, feels very Halloween-esque. The performances are all pretty good, too great. It's just not a memorable movie. It's just okay, that was cool, and what else you got? So that's how I felt about it. But right afterwards, on Tubi, it started auto playing, and just some random ass movie came on from last year. Knew nothing about it, and I did the rare thing of watching it. Like, without knowing anything about it. That one's coming soon. Alright, guys. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Thursday. Tomorrow we got a double feature slasher watch party of Final Exam from 1981 and Return to Horror High from 1987 with Maureen McCormick from the Brady Bunch and George Clooney's first movie. He's in it for 5 minutes, and they put him now, like with this movie, they top bill him as like the lead actor in this. He's not the lead actor in Return to Horror High. He's in that movie for maybe 5 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. But if you haven't seen it, you'll see it then. I'll have that other movie out soon. Take care, guys.